Hello, everybody, and welcome, and thank you for tuning in again to another episode of FWhy, where you get to listen to the journeys, the struggles, and the triumphs of your favorite personalities. Now, today's special guest is a multi talented former host and model, a very popular TV and film actress. She's also a singer, she's a fine artist, which I did not know. She's also a vocal advocate for women's health and mental issues, and this is why I was interested in having her today. But she's also a successful entrepreneur. This also I did not know. She's also very popular on our social media, TikTok, because she creates hilarious, socially relevant short videos. It is none other than the sultry and the sensational Zhalay Sarhadi. Hello and welcome.
Hello, Frieha. That was amazing. That was so kind, so sweet, so gracious.
And it is also true, which is the best part. So, we have a way that we always begin. So we start with whoever our favorite celebrity is or an activist with their journey.
Yeah.
So let's start with your journey because where were you born?
Okay, so very much a Karachiite.
Okay.
Have been born, bred, educated all here in Karachi.
Okay.
But my family hails from various places.
Okay.
Like, I think all over Pakistan, even East Pakistan, which like now is Bangladesh. So whenever someone asks me, what are you, where are you from? So essentially, I'm a Pathan, because there's a Sarhadi in the mix, which actually is my dada's takhallus. My actual name is Sethi.
अच्छा
Yeah.
अली सेठी की तरह
मतलब हाँ, आई थिंक हमारी कोई
कोई ना
रिश्तेदारी
कोई
है.
से-
मैंने
हाँ,
मीरा
इसीलिए
को बोला था.
म्यूजिक में भी हैं, है ना?
Exactly.
Okay. हाँ.
So we kind of all related here and there, but my brought up was all in Karachi. It's all
Okay.
been here.
So where did you go to school? कहाँ
Okay,
गए?
so I went to various schools. Various. Like there was Wonderland Grammar School, then there was Brooklyn School, then there was TNJ, which was actually called Toddlers and Juniors.
Okay.
And they never changed the name. And that's where I did my matriculation from. Then I went to St. Joseph's College. Then I went to Karachi University, where I did my honors.
In what?
I did my honors in fine arts and,
Wow.
and psychology.
So that's the fine art.
That's the
part
fine art,
that
yeah.
comes out.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. इसीलिए वो आप मुझसे ये पूछी थी ये
Yes,
painting-
yes.
ये पेंटिंग क्या है ये
फ्रीहा का घर मेरे लिए जो है वो एक it's like
Museum
an
है.
appreciation
I know.
की जगह है. I like stop at every nook and corner.
Yeah.
It's brilliant,
I'll
and
show
this
you
is
more.
amazing.
I'll show you more. So I think you've been in parties and social occasions.
Yes, but which has
mostly.
always been,
Yeah.
a lot of people and interaction
and
and never
छोटा small
interaction
talk.
at
You
the
never
art.
have the one-on-one, है ना? वो आज करेंगे, ठीक है ना?
Please,
है ना?
yes.
इसके सेशन के बाद.
बिल्कुल.
So इतने सारे colleges ये क्यों? I mean, didn't that disturb you? I mean, you were because दोस्तियाँ जो होती हैं ना, if you keep moving from one school.
That is so true.
हाँ.
So that actually happened. So, and the reason was my father was part of the political game at one point.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
Don't want to know. I don't want to name the party.
No
I don't want to
problem.
name anything. But we were underground for a long time.
Okay.
And because of that, there was a very tumultuous situation in my home. My father was also incarcerated, spent some time in the jail, if anyone doesn't know what that means. And हमारी financial situation बहुत डावाडोल रही थी.
ऊपर नीचे.
Which is why मुझे लगा था there was a time, I think class 4, like class 3 से 4th के दरमियान, I felt that I would probably never go to school. But well, things happened and yeah. So it was that, which is why I have very few friendships from my school days, more so from my college days.
College. So
Yes,
these
you're
are
right.
places you school, college,
Yeah,
and
university,
work.
and
work
work.
में भी फिर
And
दोस्त
work.
बनते हैं. और अच्छा, so your family has a complete media background. I know this is
Yes,
true.
mostly.
Okay.
Mostly.
And it started with your grandfather.
It started with it started actually with my father's grandfather.
Father's army, Dada.
No, my grandfather is my dada. My father's grandfather was his nana.
Oh.
So his name is Rafi Ghaznavi. I don't
Okay.
know if anyone knows him, but the only person who knows him is actually Noori, Ali Noor and Ali Hamza's mother.
Acha.
She was the one who actually told me that she basically plays an instrument which my father's grandfather played, and those are the only two people who ever. And it's now ending now because no one knows how to
What
play that.
instrument is it?
It's a koi tar ka instrument. I don't even know what it's called. But she educated me one day.
Acha.
So, okay, what it was about. So
वो क्या करते थे?
he was a very big musician
अच्छा.
of his time.
अच्छा.
And जिनकी पौध में से सलमा आगा भी हैं. Like
अच्छा.
Salma Agha is kind of my puppo because she's my father's cousin from
Okay. Got
Yeah.
it. Wonderful.
Strange.
Ah. But your mom was also acting.
No, my mom modeled for a bit.
She modeled for a
She
bit.
modeled for a bit. But my mom was chiefly in the education business.
Yeah.
She was like a principal of a school for 33
Mashallah.
years. And then another school, the school was Jaffa Public, then there
Okay.
was Excel, and then she also worked for Garage School.
Okay, but there were other people in your family who were also
Yes,
in the
yes.
film and
My
drama. I
Chacha
think.
was.
Chacha.
Chacha was a
okay.
big name, Zhalay Sarhadi, who everyone thinks is my dad, no, but my father
Chacha.
was my Chacha. Yeah.
Okay. Acha.
My father also acted for a bit, but very less.
So this is a very emancipated family,
Yes.
musicians, music, film, drama, politics, and your mom was also flying for a while. So this
Yes.
is what I find interesting. You know, those must have been the good old days. Which national airline ke liye?
No, she was flying for Saudi Airlines.
South, yeah, that was good because a lot of my father was in PIA.
Oh, okay.
हाँ मगर बहुत सारे लोग PIA से सऊदीयों पे स्विच पैसे ज़्यादा मिलते थे ना
जी।
तो उस पे स्विच कर जाते थे राइट सो इट वाज ऑलवेज गुड अलाउंसेस एज अब्बू सेड
अभी आए वाले babies तो they got so many different perks. They still do.
This is true. This is
Still
true.
do.
This is true. हालात खराब है लेकिन
हाँ, perks मिलते हैं।
नेशनल एयरलाइन के लेकिन ये कि yeah the perks were always obviously traveling. You know that it's expensive and you get to
Now
do.
though, more so.
Yeah. So did you get to travel with mummy?
Not at all.
No.
Not in the least because my mum, I think, worked for like a couple of years. And that's why she met my dad.
Acha.
She met my dad through my puppo,
Okay.
my father's sister. She worked with my mum at that point. And I think mama left like really earlier on, which is really silly. I told mama, you should have, at least invested a few years.
हाँ ताकि आपको भी ज़्यादा ट्रैवलिंग कुछ हज हो जाता है कोई उम्र ही हो जाते हैं
वो खैर खुद कर लिया हमने.
खुद कर लिया
शुक्र है.
मुबारक
Yes,
okay.
खुद हो गया. हज पे जाना है अब है.
हाँ, मुझे भी जाना है अभी.
चेकलिस्ट है अभी.
हाँ अच्छा so this is so interesting and you have one sister
I have one sister.
अच्छा and what does she do
Zyla acted for a bit. Zyla also was a...
what an exotic name
Zyla. No?
Zhalay and Zyla like
Yeah,
it
strange. Strange. Like my family has been very weird with names. All the females are
Z.
their name starts with Z. Yes, my mom's
मतलब क्या है
Zinat.
Zhalay का
Zyla means honor.
Okay.
Zhalay is a fairly common name in Turkey.
हाँ.
So when you go to Turkey and यहाँ पे आपको हर वक्त spell करके बताना होता है वो तो नाम सुनते हैं.
हाँ.
What's your name? Okay. And they just write it down. So it's a common name there. It means prosperity.
nice
Khushaali. Yeah.
nice so we've had prosperity in our lives
Yes.
yes
Mashallah.
so school metric fine arts kaise how
Okay,
was
so my
that
father was an architect, and I wanted to actually get into architecture.
Acha.
But strangely, Karachi University wasn't offering it. NCA was. My father's NCA alumni. So
Acha.
NCA was offering, like I had a arts background. So if you've done pre-engineering, then you could get into architecture in Karachi. But मैं NCA गई थी. And my grandfather died, came back here, didn't want to go back to Lahore. So I stayed here, went to the Visual Studies department, which is in Karachi University, gave my test, and उन्होंने कहा, I'm so sorry, we can't take you into architecture, but we can, give you graphic designing or fine arts. And then my father says, you're so erratic, might as well get into fine arts. I was like, okay.
Yeah, but education तो कहीं नहीं जाती ना.
नहीं जाती.
Where arts is visual arts is all about what you're doing as well.
Yes,
and there's a lot
it
that you're
aids.
doing. है
Whatever
ना?
I study aids me. Right
so
now.
so Zhalay ने कराची यूनिवर्सिटी अटेंड किया उससे पहले मैट्रिक किया सेंट जोसेफ से. How was the convent life?
Okay, so Joseph's was not my metric. So Joseph's was my college.
Okay, college.
College, I had psychology over there, and I am absolutely in love with psychology. Like I had philosophy also over there, which is called logic. उसका जो prerequisite उससे पहले जो आता है. But psychology I loved so much so that I topped in Karachi. I was offered to get into any psychology department later on, but I chose not to.
Okay.
So that was one part, and which is what I did later on, which I really want to mention right now, because मैं जब मैंने अपना जो thesis दिया था university में जो कि arts related था, but because I had psychology also, so my written dissertation was on the rate of teenage suicide in Pakistan at that point.
And at that point, what was it?
Well, strangely, people don't, not strangely, everyone I think knows, they don't report suicide cases because of religious and other taboos.
Honor. सबसे बड़ा तो वो honor, खानदान की इज्जत.
तो पता ही नहीं चलता. और मेरा भी reason for actually taking this up was because when I was in college, one friend of ours allegedly committed
Okay.
this. But the family never disclosed it, but हमें पता था.
वो कहते हैं कि जी वो बस कुछ
Food
मिठा-
poisoning.
हाँ कोई अजीब सी स्टूपिड सी बात करके.
So
बिकॉज
yeah.
इट्स देयर शेम. मुझे कभी कभी लगता है कि वो फैमिली a lot of guilt क्योंकि because obviously अगर आपकी फैमिली में you know आप you were not there for them, why did you not listen to them, ये चीज़ें आ जाती हैं ऊपर you know इस तरह के तो वो बताना ही नहीं चाहते और सबको पता होता है by the way.
हाँ जी
सबको पता होता है.
बिकॉज वो ब्लेम गेम तो चलना ही नहीं, करना ही नहीं. बिकॉज आपने मुझे प्रॉब्लम पाकिस्तानी सोसाइटी इन जनरल के साथ ये होती है कि आप प्रॉब्लम की निशानदेही करेंगे लेकिन सोल्यूशन तक नहीं जाना हमने. और उसमें मिजरेबल रहेंगे. बस प्रॉब्लम है और मिजरी जो है वो
सफरिंग ड्रामा
बहुत
ड्रामा
लेकिन सॉल्व नहीं करेंगे.
हाँ सॉल्व नहीं करेंगे. सही बात है.
So I want to get to the solution of things, which is what I am.
I also believe in that. मैं हमेशा समझती हूँ problems होती हैं लेकिन solutions ज़रूर होते हैं.
Yeah.
अच्छा, so professional life. So right after university graduation, you got into your professional life.
Yes, I
And
did.
so what did you do? What did you dabble in? Did you dabble or did you go straight? पहले तो you were in modeling, right?
No, I actually started acting, the first
Really?
project. Yes.
Okay.
So this is back when I was 15 and I went to Lahore and my chacha was like, तुम सारा वक्त theatre उसमें, because I was in everything possible in school ना, everything stage related, like बस limelight में हूँ बस. ठीक है. हम sorry, I'm like a limelight
Exhibitionist
hogger.
जो कहते हैं we are complete. You are, by the way, you are because तुम्हारे TikTok के videos जो है ना बस वो
I love it.
हाँ, I know you
it's
do.
so much fun.
हाँ.
So मुझे उन्होंने कहा कि तुम कर रही हो तो पैसे क्यों नहीं कमा लेती हो. Okay. I was 15. जैसे एक टेलीफिल्म हो रही थी which is incidentally called बालों पर, which is Allama Iqbal's Nazm.
Okay.
And that's also a coincidence later on. I'll tell you why. Because 9th November is Allama Iqbal's birthday and 9th November is my daughter's birthday.
Mashallah.
Strange. Strange. This is the first thing I ever did. So I started with that and then I landed because Sajid Hassan is a very good friend of my dad's. So he introduced me later on and I started working only because I had to fund my education. My parents didn't have money to fund my education. So I
Good
had
for
to.
you. At 15 years, guys, she was
Yes.
actually 15 years of age. She's funding education.
I didn't take a
Notes.
single rupee from anyone after that.
Very good.
Yeah. Now I take it from my husband because, well, he's my husband. But I haven't.
But you're
and
sharing now. So
Yes.
वो तो एक share because you're also
It's a
working.
partnership.
But वो एक 15 साल की उम्र में अपने पैसे कमाना अपनी एजुकेशन के लिए ये बहुत बड़ी ज़रूरी बात है और सब लड़कियों को पता होना चाहिए.
And it
लड़कों को भी.
wasn't that difficult either. I mean, like people start thinking about it and then girls shirk away from it. कि हम क्या करेंगे और फलाना. No, I'm sorry, things are in your hands. No one really gave me anything on the plate. I'm sure we all agree. जितने भी लोगों को आप जानते हो. My chacha used to live in Lahore. No one was here in Karachi. My first name is so difficult that Sarhadi की तरफ कोई जाता ही नहीं था. So one had to work for it. I worked for it. And you can too, like honestly speaking.
So that was the one telefilm.
One
फिर उसके
telefilm,
बाद
then a serial, then a
और
sitcom.
ये नहीं कितनी
and-
छोटी उम्र के अंदर.
मतलब आहिस्ता आहिस्ता. Like ये 15 साल की उम्र में, उसके बाद then I did little stints. I was giving tuition at some point
Tuition
also.
भी दे रही थी. Wow.
Tuition
So
भी
okay, Humayun
लोगों
Saeed
के
was giving tuition. I love these stories because ये
Yes.
देखो ना ये इसमें pride की जरूरत होती है.
Of course.
हाँ.
Because
अच्छा.
आपको पता है आपने जिंदगी में कुछ करना है. You have to stabilize.
Survive भी करना है.
और आप जिस चीज़ में भी अच्छे हो just you know figure it out. Maybe क्या पता मैं टीचर और प्रोफेसर अच्छी हो जाती हमें क्या पता.
मम्मी भी तो थी प्रिंसिपल.
Yes, Mama became a principal later on. My mom was a teacher at that point, so which is why it was easier for me.
Yeah.
So I taught in schools also. I was a helper in kindergarten also.
Very good.
This was in the middle of my university and college and university. तो जब मैं यूनिवर्सिटी में आई तो वो लोगों की because I was good in arts तो लोगों की वो जो वो होती हैं journals उसके अंदर drawings करना I'd get money out of them
Very
also.
good. Excellent.
So yeah, I did it. And then when I turned 18, 19 is when I started working continuously. Which is when South Star Gold happened and all these channels started sprouting up, FWhy, Geo. Those were fun times.
Yeah, about 2 decades ago almost. I remember जब Geo start हो रहा था कि मैं भी Geo पे काम कर रही थी.
Because everyone was. Every single person. एक Zanfar uncle
हाँ.
और एक उसके बाद Geo.
Geo हाँ Indus से
all
बहुत लोगों
have.
ने start लिया है ना. उस दिन मायरा भी बता रही थी ना. She was at Indus.
Yeah.
MTV and all.
Same.
Same ना.
Yes, Most Wanted,
Okay.
hosting
You
Most
did
Wanted.
that? Oh,
Yes.
Most Wanted. Wow. So
Yes.
you were also an RJ then.
I was also
What
an
do you call
RJ.
it? VJ.
VJ.
VJ. Wow. So MTV bhi kiya.
MTV began.
Okay. And then you did Shaadi Online.
Yes, that was actually earlier on, which is Jio. It was
उससे भी
Shaadi
पहले।
Online. उससे पहले था.
हाँ.
Which
वो
was
बहुत
also another
popular था यार.
experience. Yes.
बताओ ना कोई मजे की कहानी सुनाओ
funny.
ना.
It was hilarious. So Shaadi Online.
Was it real? Real होता था क्या?
Yeah,
Real
I got
रिश्ते?
7 people married off.
Really? 7 हज कर लिए तुमने?
सोचिए. मैं तो बोलती थी मुझे मेरा नाम ही कहीं नहीं जाना चाहिए कि अनकेस उनकी लड़ाइयाँ हो तो I'm the culprit. Dude, I did it for a year, and these guys roped me into it because I was a psychology student, and this is how they sold the idea to me. This is the overview of how marriages happen in Pakistan. You know, the arranged marriage and the love marriage. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Little did I know it was just a dating, not a dating show, but a matchmaking show.
But you got 7 people married, right?
I got 7
Are they
people
still married?
I don't know. The cameraman that I got married is still married.
Really?
I meet him often.
अच्छा ये
He's very
देखो.
sweet.
Okay, nice. But it was an interesting experience.
interesting.
But
Very.
उसमें क्या क्या चीजें सामने आती? वो आती थी कि गोरी लड़की चाहिए,
जी,
convent
Frieha.
educated चाहिए.
The amount. Okay, so I was a child at that point. I was like 21 or something. So मेरा क्या ज़हन होगा? But मुझे इतना पता था ये जो बोल रहे हैं ये सही नहीं है.
ये सही नहीं है.
So मेरे भी बड़े रिश्ते आए थे उसमें.
Of course.
To the point कि अभी तक मुझसे लोग पूछते हैं कि आपका क्या शादी ऑनलाइन की वजह से शादी हुई है? Which is no. Not at all.
तो फिर जाले की शादी कैसे हुई?
वो भी एक बहुत interesting.
Was this the first crush?
Me? No. फर्स्ट लव का तो फर्स्ट लव तो वैसे आपको कभी मिलना चाहिए ही नहीं है तो मैं आई थिंक
वो एक एक्सपीरियंस होता है.
जी बिल्कुल मतलब वो यू डोंट नो व्हाट लव इज एट दैट पॉइंट इट्स जस्ट ऑब्सेशन एंड सांस नहीं आ रही और ये सारी चीजें जो नहीं पहली दफा होता है मेरे साथ हुआ था नींद नहीं आ रही सांस नहीं आ रही भूख नहीं लग रही सब and I'm glad I got over it. Not the right man for me. He's not married till this day. So commitment for
शादी ऑनलाइन must have helped. वो एक साल का जो है ना सारा एक्सपीरियंस आ गया.
There were children coming on the show. Like 18, 19-year-olds.
Wanted to get married.
Yeah, and these boys, but not girls that much, but boys. हमें जो है वो लड़की चाहिए जिसका जो है कनेडियन या अमेरिकन या ग्रीन कार्ड या फलाना. पहले तो वो मुझे और मेरी फैमिली को ट्रांसपोर्ट.
अभी तो ये शो बहुत पॉपुलर हो.
Can you imagine? Yeah,
सबको मुल्क छोड़ के भागना है तो इसलिए इमिग्रेशन की लड़कियां
और हो भी रही है आ भी रही है अब तो इजियर भी हो गया एक्सेस करना. सो मैं सिर्फ उनकी क्लास ले रही होती थी तो वो पहले शो से पहले जो है वो आके मुस्तनसर हुसैन तारर साहब वाज होस्टिंग इट. सो वो उनको आके कहा जाता था प्लीज़ इनसे कहें हम डोंट आस्क हर नॉट टू टेक अस टू टास्क दैट मच ना. मैं बोलने तो दे. मैंने कहा तुम लोग टीवी पे टाइम लेने के लिए आ रहे हो बस.
Of course.
That was
15 minutes of fame. Literally. Wow. But that was not how you got married, right?
No.
Did you fall in love?
Of course. Yes, I absolutely did fall in love.
I'm very fond of your husband. He's very nice.
He is. He really is. He's a nice man.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad. मैं इसको यही बोलती हूँ कि if you hadn't come into my life, I don't think I would have been married. Yeah, no. Because he's you कहते हैं ना एक जैसे
मिले कैसे?
कारा फिल्म फेस्टिवल एक्चुअली.
अच्छा वो भी खत्म हो गया.
Can you imagine?
मुझे इतना पसंद था वो.
हाँ, it was a place of.
मैंने 2 आफ्टर पार्टीज भी की हैं उसकी फंड रेजर्स.
आफ्टर पार्टी ही तो थी.
अच्छा उसी में मिले थे.
आफ्टर पार्टी ही तो थी.
I'm taking credit. This शादी ऑनलाइन is done because of me. अच्छा फिर क्या हुआ?
So remember ओमकारा की जब थी वो जो उसके बाद वाली exact. So I was in between 2 relationships. Sorry for seeming that way, but they were not serious relationships. So एक ने मुझे डंप किया था और एक को मैंने डंप किया था, and both of them were there.
अच्छा. In
the after party. So there's a situation happening, and this Amir's friend was there, who was a friend of my friend, and he said, "My friend's here from the States, and let me introduce you to him." And at that point, Amir had a crew cut, और उसके 2 कान छिदे भी थे और कुछ
बालियां शालियां.
And I'm like. No. That's not happening. But he kept on coming and I was like, what do you do? I was like, I'm a model. And I was thinking, in my head of heads, I was actually thinking that that modeling is not something which is attractive. No.
Unintelligent होगी, ये बेवकूफ होगी, डिक्सी होगी. हाँ फिर
बस नहीं वो होना था. उस रात मैंने उसको बिल्कुल कोई घास नहीं डाली. फिर मेरी एक और दोस्त की शादी हो रही थी जो उसी का दोस्त था, दोस्त का दोस्त जो था फरहान का. So Amir was very much a part of the entire festivity, and people tried to set us up. It took us a good 6 months.
But
Took
you
us a
got
good
to know
6 months.
him, and
Yes, I did.
yeah.
He was extremely sweet and kind, and then
There's a good balance.
Yeah.
I see that. In
So it
your
wasn't like a
relationship.
frivolous spur of the moment. I saw
Yeah.
him, love at first sight type. No.
But you are a very intelligent and very sorted person, grounded.
Thank you, Frieha.
Okay, so this was nice.
Takes one to know one.
I know, but still, at your age, I was all over the place. मुझे तो कुछ भी नहीं पता था. So I mean, we're all in the same industry. We're all ambitious. But your personal life and your professional life, it's rare, by the way. वो नादिया आई हुई थी उस दिन, तो I have seen Nadia's relationships and everything.
Nadia is a wonder
तुम
woman.
दोनों एक किस्म के वो साथ ही साथ
Yes.
तुम लोगों ने काम भी शुरू किया था ना मॉडलिंग का. मैं मेरे साथ भी जो काम किया, तो मुझे वो उसकी भी बैलेंस जबरदस्त नजर आता है.
She's a wonder woman.
She's incredible.
Oof.
हाँ, वो यहाँ
So
भी आई, फिर
freaking
उसे कहीं और भी
inspirational.
जाना था. वो बारबी भी बन जाएगी. मैं उस दिन बारबी भी बन के आ गई.
Matlab, she has
है ना?
what I like about her that she finds joy in everything.
Yeah.
She wants to do it all. Doesn't care about what anyone has to
No,
say.
but ऐसे होना चाहिए.
हाँ.
I mean, if you
taker.
don't want to do it all, that's also okay. But if you
Yeah.
want to do it all, you should have your marriage, your work, your children, your अपनी जो वो भी अपने TikTok बनाती रहती है funny किस्म के. So वो she's got a sense of humor, So I think that is very present, and the growth is there.
Yeah.
Because growth का मतलब यही होता है कि you're not stuck in one profession and doing one thing,
Yeah.
but learning.
Yes.
So you've since the modeling days and acting भी तुमने बहुत ज़्यादा की है. I think you were nominated also for Lux.
Yes.
And you were also क्या कहते हैं फिल्में भी की हैं.
Yeah.
Right? और different किस्म की फिल्में की हैं. So tell me about. अच्छा, let's talk about your favorite experience at a play. Drama जो किया जो कि मज़े का हुआ.
Oh, there have been plenty.
हाँ.
Plenty. I mean, for me, like, I think Zuren and I were having conversation earlier, and मैं Zuren को ये कहती थी, the most important thing or the most exciting thing for me is the next project.
हाँ.
Because I have been very grateful and I've been very blessed, to have worked with the best of the best in both the businesses. I was supposed to work in a Jameel Dehelvi film,
Oh.
but जो COVID की नज़र हो गई, which I think is my biggest regret ever. That film never got made, वरना मैं और भी regret होता मुझे कि कोई और होता उसमें. But apart from that, I work with amazing female directors, which I cherish, like Mehreen Jabbar and Marina Khan, and this is all earlier on in my career.
Okay.
And working with a female director is a very, for
Yeah.
that matter, working with females is a very different experience because we have actually fought a lot, and we don't even know half the time the battles we fought, and we won.
Right.
So they're all extremely ambitious people, and they know exactly what they want in life. They have to be very sure and very clear. So all the experiences, all the female women of the business, this I'll say Maria Vasti is so inspirational to me. She's been a guru. There's been love working with these women. Iram Bint Shahid, one of the best producers we have.
Yeah.
Misbah Khalid. Seema Tahir, I've worked a lot with her. So all the experiences I've had with them have been extremely special.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's no one favorite.
I can't.
Okay, don't.
Yeah.
अच्छा फिल्मों का बताओ फिर.
Okay, फिल्में भी इसी तरह से, like whatever films that I've chosen and I've done is I've been offered a few and I refused to do certain. There was an Indian film also which I got offered back in the day, and I decided not to do it because उस वक्त मुझे था कि I don't want to be a sex symbol. I'm an actor. Now if it was offered to me right now, I might rethink
This
it.
is what happens. I think, over time you change.
Yeah.
I was offered 2 films.
Really?
Believe it or not. Feroz Khan offered me a movie. Feroz and Sanjay Khan, दो भाई होते थे. And then, I don't know, at a friend's wedding. And I was
Wow.
dancing, and they were from Mumbai, the family that she was getting married. They were all producers, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Because उस ज़माने में मुझे वो माधुरी दीक्षित के dances याद हैं. And even though I loved her, I said, I can't do this. This I can't do. Again, वही वाली वो intellectual वाली बात आ जाती है. Art film करनी है या इस तरह का नहीं करना कि not shaking my booty and I'm not
Yeah, exactly.
wearing
Objectified.
हाँ,
na?
exactly. Because I found that to be not to my taste.
Yeah.
But again, इंसान अपनी जी ज़हनियत चेंज करता है, and you don't judge also. I think that you do whatever you want to do, and you wear whatever you want to wear. किसी ने आपका थोड़ी डिसाइड करना है, आपने खुद डिसाइड करना है आपको क्या खुश करता है.
Yeah, और जिस टाइम पे जो चीज़ आपको खुश कर रही हो, I think that
तो
was.
अभी अब वो सेक्स सिंबल वाली बात हो तो
I
you
don't
would
mind now, because that's what I haven't done so far. So for me now is what I haven't done.
So
this
there
is
was,
how I choose my characters.
Apparently there was an item number
Yeah.
in Jalebi.
Yes.
And you were wearing covered clothes or
Yes.
whatever. लोगों ने बड़ा आपको object किया कि भाई item number कैसे हुआ भाई.
Imagine.
Item number तो ये है ही नहीं क्योंकि आपने तो कपड़े पूरे
सोचिए.
हाँ.
मतलब यहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम ये है कि आप कुछ भी करो ना, उसमें कोई ना कोई नुक्सा आपने निकालना है. सो पहले ही मैं ये बार बार ये बात कहती हूँ कि वो आइटम नंबर नहीं था, बिकॉज आई वॉजंट जस्ट इन द फिल्म फॉर दैट डांस. आई हैड अ कैरेक्टर इन द फिल्म, आई वॉज ड्राइविंग द फिल्म, एंड आई वॉज अ बार डांसर इन द फिल्म. सो दे हैड टू शो मी डांसिंग. नाउ आई हैव सर्टन रिस्ट्रिक्शंस. आई एम नॉट कंफर्टेबल. आई हैव बॉडी डिस्मोर्फिया कह लें इसको, आई एम अ प्रूड कह लें इसको, वॉट एवर रिलीजियस वो कह लें, कुछ भी बोल लें इसको आप. मैं कंफर्टेबल नहीं. So I wasn't comfortable showing skin while dancing, which is what I did. Wasn't pointing fingers at anyone. My counterparts उस वक्त उस ज़माने में आयशा उमर का डांस आया था, मैं विशारत का आया था. They're brilliant dancers. They're way bolder and more confident than I am. Hats off to them. It was just me. That's it. Which is why.
I have to tell you कि at one time Bollywood के अंदर भी, if you see Wahida Rahman dancing,
yeah,
she will have full skin के sleeves here.
Yeah.
So it still looks like it's your skin is showing, your sleeveless है जो भी है, but she had, and even here. So it's all about manifesting who you are and trying to put that forward. So there's no real ifs and buts about it sometimes.
Frankly.
Yeah.
But they made it out to be.
Yeah.
They made it out to be at so much so that they started putting a gun on my shoulder and pointing it at other people. And I became really angry at that.
I know.
Yeah.
तुम चुप नहीं रहती, तुम बोल भी देती हो जो तुमने.
फिर उसपे भी मुझे गालियाँ पड़ी.
हाँ तो वो
तो आपको बोल रहे थे आपने अच्छा किया. I was like, I'm sorry. मुझे बोले ना specifically. Why are you taking other names and then comparing me to them? I don't want that.
Right.
And it's a very misguided thought that pitting females against each other is like favorable.
Yeah.
No, it's not. If you know me, this has never been the case.
So do you think जो तुम्हें बॉलीवुड की फिल्म ऑफर हुई थी, you would have been playing Priyanka's sister because you're pitched again. सब कहते प्रियंका चोपड़ा लगती है, प्रियंका चोपड़ा लगती है.
This is another story also, Frieha, because when I started actually working, उस ज़माने में फिर इंडिया और पाकिस्तान का कुछ झगड़ा चल रहा था. And प्रियंका जो है वो उस वक्त नई जो है वो मिस वर्ल्ड बनी थी. ठीक है. This is really like I've been like in my freaking teens. I think Priyanka and I are almost the same age also.
I think
so. They actually thought that they'd taken an Indian person to be in this. Nadeem Beg Saab was hosting the program. And they actually thought. So I was sitting in a point. Points are those buses जो यूनिवर्सिटी में जाती हैं आपके इंस्टीट्यूट्स में. उसमें मैं बैठी हुई हूँ और मेरे साथ में कॉन्वर्सेशन चल रही है. तुम्हें पता है वो उन्होंने इंडियन अभी जो मिस वर्ल्ड बनी है ना उसको उन्होंने कास्ट किया है.
अच्छा.
नदीम बेग साहब के साथ, और नदीम बेग साहब ने शादी भी कर ली.
अल्लाह.
The whole कहानी.
नदीम बेग साहब ऐसे नदीम बड़े नदीम साहब
actors. Nadiim uncle, sweetheart, he's a jar.
Yeah.
So yes, so I've been equated to her to the point that
it's also flattering.
It kind of is. She's amazing. But I'd never want to be someone's charba.
Mirror, whatever.
Reflection.
Yeah.
And she is an international star.
Yeah.
So she'll always have more grounding, more standing.
She's amazing.
She's fantastic. The things she says.
Yeah.
She's actually she's paved a path for every one of us.
And even for, like, Bollywood is so much ahead of us, but even for them, she's been the one that's carried the torch.
Asian woman representing us everywhere.
Yeah,
it's just paved a path.
And films and marrying a rock star, international rock star.
11 years her junior, baking so many
छोटा उसकी उम्र में छोटा और फिर और बेबी भी जिस तरह पैदा किए तो वो वो हर चीज़ को तोड़ती हुई जा रही है. सारे जो रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस, साउथ एशियन कहते हैं ना रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस में. अच्छा, so okay. Acha, so now we've come to a journey. Now let's talk more about your activism, because I think that is very important. It's hard to talk about something like a miscarriage, but बहुत सारे लोगों को, we had Zara on our show. She didn't actually have a miscarriage. She actually gave birth to a baby who was stillborn. So it was very difficult.
Zara Noor Abbas,
Yeah, but she came and she spoke for the first time over here, and it was so important. And मैंने Zara को ये कहा था कि because you know the story. She said I want other people who've gone through the same thing, ताकि उनको पता चले what you feel, what you go through, because people don't know कि physically तो आपके ऊपर वो हो रहा है, लेकिन mentally जो आपके ऊपर जो torture होता है, तो वो please talk about that a little bit, and I know you can because
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because it's been a while also since the last miscarriage I had. So पहले तो आप में किसी चीज़ की कमी नहीं है. It just happens. This is what my doctor said.
Yeah, it's nature.
It happens. My first pregnancy was amazing. My daughter's, mashallah.
So your first pregnancy was your daughter?
Yes. And that was brilliant.
Anaya.
Okay, so I had no ultiyan, I had no chakkar, no cravings. सारी मेरे मियाँ को हुई सब. हर चीज़ मेरे मियाँ को हुई थी. Because he had a sympathetic pregnancy. He's going to kill me when he sees this. But that's exactly what had happened.
He was nervous.
To me. Yes, he probably was. Because we were fairly young, and he was like, I'm so young, how am I going to be a father?
Oh, were you young? How old were you?
We were like 24, 25.
That is
yeah.
अब तो young है. पहले ज़माने में नहीं होता था.
पहले ज़माने में was fine.
Yeah.
बल्कि मुझे तो डॉक्टर ने कहा था this is the perfect age to
have the baby.
Because
healthy.
इस वक्त आपकी सारी चीज़ें जो है वो proper सही जगह पे काम कर रही होती हैं. Like the machinery is working.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing before that. Later on, I had three pregnancies. Wow. And they all ended very, very earlier on.
Okay.
Like one was in 6 weeks, one was in 8 weeks. The last one that I had was also 5-6 weeks.
Okay.
So the first one was a little bit of a shock because foreign. My daughter was like 4 and I was pregnant. It wasn't that bad. The miscarriage wasn't bad. I just went to recheck and there was no heartbeat and I had a DNC and it ended. थोड़ा बहुत था कि ये क्या हुआ है, but वो attachment जो होती है ना आपकी pregnancy से उस वक्त नहीं थी. The second time was while I was shooting with Jalebi, and अगर आपने scene देखा हो जलेबी का जिसमें मैं एक आदमी पे चढ़ के जो है उसको मार रही हूँ, I was actually going to have an operation the next day.
So you had already had the miscarriage?
I had already had, and it was a bad one at that. And I don't even want to go into the details how I had that operation, and it was not an operation per se, it was something else.
Why?
Because at this point
it was more developed, the baby?
No, there was an infection involved.
Oh.
So in end, I was misdiagnosed. I won't take any names because I don't want a lawsuit on my hands. But I was misdiagnosed, and they said, no, it's fine. And I felt that it wasn't fine.
Body को पता होता है.
The body, yes, because there was bleeding involved, there were cramps involved, there were other things which is not normal. So I went and took a second opinion, and they said that you probably have to remove your uterus. What are you doing? Why have you taken so long? And so it was a very hastily done weird process. Anyways,
sorry.
Leaving that behind, what happens is when you have a miscarriage, एक तो not having a baby. Because that's why you get pregnant, right? And then
that's the first loss.
That's the first loss, which was chalo. It was earlier on, so you're not attached to it. You just have a thought of it. But the physical strain, the physical toll it takes on your system, I had, which is when I developed hypothyroidism, because
what
the hormones
that?
go. Okay, so thyroid. Your thyroid is responsible for a lot of functions in your body.
Okay.
Which is also your mental health, which is also your metabolism, your digestive system, you name it. So there's a gland over here, endocrine gland over here, and it's like a butterfly shape. And जब आपको hypothyroid होता है, which means your thyroid has become inactive, hypo. Then there's a hyperthyroid when your thyroid is overactive. जब overactive होता है तो you start losing mass and bone and God knows what not, because जल्दी जल्दी आपका metabolism चल रहा होता है. What I had was, which I have, is hypo, which is like an inactive thyroid.
Okay.
So this happens when your hormones go
crazy.
Whack. And which obviously happens because of your miscarriage. Uski dawaiyan, mental state, depression. I cried for days. I didn't know why I was crying. I said, I'm not unhappy. I didn't lose a baby. I had to tell myself a lot of things. Then I had a miscarriage again, a few years later. And then I decided that we weren't really trying per se, but I decided that this has to stop. If it happens.
Because you can't have.
I can't deal with
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
It's
it's traumatic.
it's traumatic on a mental level and on a physical level. Then the medication that you take, and then I'm someone who also goes through body dysmorphia, which a lot of people don't even know because it goes undiagnosed. Body dysmorphia is when you actually think of yourself fat girl syndrome, fat child. I was a fat child when I was in my 14, 15.
Okay.
It's like full on. And then I lost it all because most of it was baby weight.
fat होता है ना?
Baby fat भी नहीं था Frieha, like 42-inch waist था मेरा.
अच्छा.
42-inch waist and
At a baby stage, teenage stage.
no, this is 14.
तो 15 में
Fairly, like I
जाकर
was
तुमने
this tall.
टेलीफिल्म kindly.
This is उस मोटापे पे. ठीक है,
अच्छा,
because
उसी
एक तो
में
मैं
की थी।
5'9" हूँ, तो वो मेरा मोटापा इतना ज़्यादा समझ नहीं आता ना, वो पेट पे ज़्यादा होता है, हर जगह ज़्यादा नहीं था. So, और वो 3 महीने के अंदर चला गया था. Because someone offered me, Imran Pirzada, Usman uncle's younger brother, Imran uncle offered me modeling, and I was like, if I can model in this
हालात
I should lose weight. And when you're younger, you lose weight like this. So I lost all that weight. Like 3 months, I was 24-inch waist type situation.
From 42 to 24.
That is another thing that I touched, what is it called, Nevrosa. कौन सी वो खाने की bulimia होता है?
Bulimia.
Bulimia and the other one?
Anorexia.
I had anorexia. I used to faint everywhere.
वो इतना तुमने बुरा हाल कर दिया था after the
I get
42
obsessed.
inch के obsessed. But we had Mushk also, she was also talking about anorexia.
I had a
and this
conversation
dysmorphia she talked about because people want perfection and you think that you are not perfect and society also.
Frieha, so I need to bring you and Imran Qureshi, another one of our good friends. Back in the day, you guys never said anything.
We never said.
You guys were so cool. We had all sorts. No, but ये होती है Frieha.
अब होता है.
मैं अभी I only go as a guest or as a celebrity walker or something, and I see these girls. They're perfect with perfect skin and perfect bodies and tall and beautiful, and someone or the other is telling them that they have to get cheek fillers or this done and itna weight lose karo, and I'm like, she has nothing to lose. 10 pounds कहाँ से lose करेगी?
So basically the information जो है वो गलत लोग दे रहे हैं तो उसकी वजह से
जी
जो ज़्यादा dysmorphia हो रहा है.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay. I think so too. I think social media has a lot to do with it
Absolutely.
also. Because वो आपको इतना judge कर रहे होते हैं, वो सारा वक्त आपको आपके पीछे पड़े होते हैं, like कि it's whether it's age. I get a lot of age.
Ageism. Yes, I was coming to that.
I laugh my head off because मुझे पता है कि मैंने कभी किसी की मर्जी से अपनी ज़िंदगी नहीं जी तो मुझे परवाह ही नहीं है और मैं समझती हूँ कि ये इतने छोटे दिमाग के. And I also find बड़ी insecurity है लोगों में ना कि जो आप खुद खुश नहीं हो रहे तो किसी और के लिए भी खुश नहीं हो पाते हैं.
And ये ख़वातीन की तरफ restricted है, आदमियों की तरफ नहीं है. मतलब you will Al Pacino अगर 80 साल की उम्र में बच्चा पैदा कर रहे हैं उसे
82 यार, he's 82 years old.
My God, मैं बोल रही हूँ मतलब उस बच्चे का बेचारे का क्या अब्बा
मैं भी ये सोच रही
2 दिन में लुढ़क गए तो उसका क्या कसूर था?
I mean how irresponsible is that?
Yeah. And औरतें आप 50 साल की उम्र में बच्चा पैदा कर रही हैं या 50 साल की उम्र में शादी कर रही हैं.
Naomi Campbell. She's at second one now.
Yes.
Second हो गया उसका. 50 की उम्र, 52.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah, but I think अब at least मैं कहती हूँ if you're having a baby at 52, you are आपको पता है कि अब आप ज़्यादा ज़िंदगी जियोगे because हमारे माँ बाप के ज़माने में कम ज़िंदगी थी. It's getting better lifestyle. So you're living longer. So maybe, but I think energy आपकी कम हो जाती है. I think what your body also. I don't know if she's had her natural children, but body is always 35 or 40. You can go up to 40, but after 35, 1 in 10 babies can have Down syndrome, so you have to go through all the tests and everything.
And it's also geriatric pregnancy. If you haven't had a child earlier on in life, then it's a little difficult. If you've had a child earlier on, then it's fine.
Okay. So this was tough, huh?
This was tough.
This has been. And what was it called? Hypothyroidism. Hypothyroidism, sorry. It's so difficult to say that. Acha, so this you've talked about. And also, मैंने ये देखा है कि or what I was reading was कि you're very big on mental health because of it, because you've gone through the depression, you're crying. People cry, people don't know why they're crying. ये actually वो सब निकल के आ रहा होता है ना. Obviously, your body your mind and your body's connected.
Yeah.
So sometimes we are also putting the trauma in a place.
Compartmentalizing
and we're not dealing with it. तो ये जो सब एकदम से बैठ के रोना शुरू कर देते हैं लोग, या it's all coming out ना, वो निकल के आ रहा होता है ना इस तरह से इस चीज़ें. अच्छा ठीक है. So tell me, so mental health की आप बहुत बात करती हैं. What else do you talk about women empowerment a lot? I've noticed that.
Yes, I do, because I don't know for what reason us women, या तो हमें घरों से मिलती है ये गलत information कि हम weak हैं. We're not. We're actually not. We're much more equipped and stronger in a lot of ways than men. Physically, not so much, because obviously, but mentally, emotionally, especially, we're extremely strong people.
Yeah.
And most things in life, it's not dealt physically.
Right.
It is all dealt emotionally and mentally. So, मैं women empowerment की जब बात कर रही होती हूँ तो मेरा यही कहना होता है कि stop thinking of yourself as victims. I mean, it's done. Stop blaming your parents. Stop blaming society. We've all been there. We've all been through struggles. Every one of us has their own story to tell, and every story has a villain. But stop making that villain so heavy over you, na? Like now you have to take some responsibility. Like I said, मैं बार-बार इसलिए बोल रही थी ना, 15-year-old, actually I was a 15-year-old with no money, no background, no nothing at that point in life. I could do whatever I could to get an education. I'm sorry you could too. I wasn't handed anything on a plate. I mean, to this day, my husband we're well settled, mashallah. I'm blessed, I'm very grateful. But to this day, we're partners. We both work. I work 14 hours a day. He does that too. And if we can, my mom's going back to work, by the way.
Mashallah.
Now, after she got gout, तो उन्होंने break लिया था. Now she's going back. She's going to the library. She'll be like dealing with stories.
I think कितना ज़रूरी है.
बहुत ज़्यादा, Frieha, and I'm so proud of her.
Yeah, I'm also. I think ये बहुत. I'm always telling my my mother also to keep herself active, because जो active mind होता है ना, जो age के साथ. If you keep it active, if you keep working, even if you work for a few hours a day, वो आपको ज़रूरी होता है आपके लिए, because that's how you start getting dementia or Alzheimer, whatever. It all happens after that, So you know that these things will come with age.
Yes.
But you can counter them. There are ways of countering them.
Of course, you need to. And the most inactive people, like घर का काम is घर का काम.
Yeah.
But after a while, what you're doing is you're auto पे चल रहा है आपका. Like मेरे घर में भी उतने ही लोग हैं, उतना ही काम होता है, खाना भी बनता है, झाड़ू पोछा भी लगता है, और कोविड में तो खुद भी करना पड़ा था सारा कुछ. हम सबको याद है. We had to do everything ourselves, so we passed that. But that being said, वो चीज़ें ऑटो पे चलना शुरू हो जाती हैं. So if you say कि मैं घर का काम करती हूँ, no, that is not connecting your mind to anything.
Exactly.
It's become a habit now. So what do? Like I keep telling my mother-in-law to go back doing something, engaging yourself. Your children are grown now.
Yeah.
Engage.
Yeah, I think being a homemaker बहुत important चीज़ है. लेकिन I think कि अपने mind को grow करने के लिए you have to explore other things.
Absolutely.
Well. Yeah. So Zhalay, let's talk first. First we'll talk about Guru. because वो तुम अभी कर रही हो, right?
I am, yes.
हाँ, शाज़िया के साथ.
Yes.
And what's that like? क्या experience है?
Oh, I love Shazia and Wajahat.
Me too. I think everybody loves them.
Yes,
है ना?
they universally liked.
Loved. We love you, Shazia and Wajahat.
But the moment you enter their house or their domain, you're adopted by them, or you adopt them.
Yes.
Either or.
Yeah.
So I've known them for years and years, and Minglish एक project था हम लोगों का, जब हमने साथ स्टार्ट किया था. उसके बाद then I did दौड़ जो अभी चल रहा है. I did like 3-4 projects with them.
Okay.
So पिंजरा चल गया. पिंजरा, and I have gotten one of the best scripts with them in recent times. Like Pinjara was amazing. It talked about children and the use of drugs in school. And the issues that parents have, overbearing parents.
I was supposed to play the principal in that.
Yes, I replaced you.
You got that role.
Yes,
They wanted Shazia, मेरे पास time नहीं था उस वक्त.
I know, they were very sad about it.
नहीं, but I'm happy कि तुम्हें बहुत अच्छा, वो तो हदीका है, उमर राना है उसमें.
Yes, हदीका मेरा ना, सुनीता.
बहुत अच्छा play.
And I got such amazing recognition out of it. It's like barely. उस वक्त मैं उनके साथ दौड़ कर रही थी. दौड़ is another thing which talks about mental health, female mental health, जो अभी चल रहा है Green पे. That's another very good project that everyone should watch.
Okay.
Then Guru, it's about an intersex person, which people mistake and they think that it's a transgender. It's not. It's an intersex person. There's a difference. Transgender is someone who goes and changes their gender. Intersex is someone who's born with certain deformities.
Deformities from
Yes.
in their genitals.
In their genitals.
Yeah.
And this is not a story about him as a transgender. It's a story about human struggle. And I play a
क्योंकि
character.
ये होता है.
Yeah.
ये असलियत है.
Yeah. So उसकी स्ट्रगल एक अलग है. मेरी स्ट्रगल इसमें अभी तक जो कहानी पहुंची, I think I hope I'm not going to disclose. So I am a woman who's married to a man in, lower middle class society where he doesn't want to have girls, and all I produce is girls, and he thinks it's my fault, which is actually wrong, because the gender जो है वो
That's nature.
No, that's the man actually. It's
The man.
genetically the man is responsible for the gender.
सुन लिया आप लोगों ने.
So it's proven.
तो मदर इन लॉ को तो बता दो ना जाके, जो कि कह रही है कि भी बेटियां पैदा करिए, बेटा नहीं.
मदर इन लॉ भी नहीं.
Half the scripts are made on this topic यार. दूसरी शादी कर लो, वारिस नहीं मिलेगा. हाँ, और लड़कियों को तो कोई समझते ही नहीं है.
तो वारिस कैसे नहीं है? मैं तो my mom has 2 daughters and we take care of her. So
me too, same.
Yeah. So do we need to have a man? It's not that, okay, so when I say this doesn't mean that I hate men.
Exactly, I also don't hate men.
That is, please make sure of that. Feminism is not about hating anyone. Feminism is about equality.
For everyone.
For everyone, regardless of gender. Please. We've just had to fight for our gender equality because we've been suppressed. But that doesn't mean that we are hating on anyone.
Yeah.
I love my husband. I love my father. I love a lot of men in my life. So please.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving forward. So Guru has been an amazing journey because it's not just about what Ali Rahman plays a fantastic character. And the people with Ali Rahman, all the other transgenders, brilliant. They use this human relationships, human values. मुझसे जो dialogues उन्होंने बुलवाए हैं बहुत सारी जगहों पे, they were giving messages in a very simple, low tone and subtle manner, but it's a reflection on society. It's how blood is not thicker than water,
right?
Not really. Aapki friendships matter more, relationships that you cultivate matter more, how kindness goes a long way. There's a lot of things in Guru, which is why it's so well liked. It's amazing.
मैं पढ़ रही थी, मतलब काफी चीजों में लड़ती हूँ लोगों से. नहीं, on social media मैं भी लड़ लेती हूँ. कभी कभी तो मैं चुप कर जाती हूँ. मैं कहती हूँ फ़ायदा ही नहीं है लड़ने का, कि इनको तो समझ ही नहीं आनी है. लाइक अभी मैं पढ़ रही थी फेयरनेस क्रीम के बारे में. मैं तो खैर हमेशा से खिलाफ हूँ उसके. अब तो बदल भी दिया ना.
थैंक यू, बट उससे कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ा.
क्यों?
इंग्रेडिएंट्स वही हैं.
हाउ डू यू नो दैट?
Okay, so I'm very heavy into skincare. Okay, I've been so.
You have a brand also.
I have a
Bare
brand.
Beauty.
I have a brand. As the name suggests, it's very much into the whole bareness of the beauty. Because
is it actual makeup brand or is it?
I've got things for you, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
I've also got things for you.
Oh,
exchange. अच्छा फिर बताओ जरा अपने.
Basically, so my thought behind this is me, my husband, and Abira, who's my cousin also, is also a Pilates instructor, wonderful human being. So we concocted this thing. Abira has more of a background in skincare than I do. I'm mostly a user. So हमने 4 products निकाले हैं. एक day cream है जिसमें SPF है, which is very necessary. Then there's a micellar water for cleansing. And there's a toner essence, which is also to balance the pH of your skin, which comes in the middle of cleansing, toner essence, and then cream.
Very good.
So then we have a night cream, which is niacinamide. Goat's milk के मोटा मैं आपको बता रही हूँ. So this is very basic skincare for every skin type. We will not make you gora, which is not our concern.
Just moisturize and clean.
Moisturize, clean, and one tone brightens your skin. Brightening your skin doesn't mean कि आपको जो है वो गोरा करें, but brighten का मतलब ये है even skin tone आएगी. और जितने ingredients उसमें हैं वो आपको पता चल जाएगा why. So it's very basic.
So it's called brightening, not whitening.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you have to do a lot of things to bleach कर सकते हैं आप. और बहुत सारे इंजेक्शन है जो आप लगवा सकते हैं गोरा होने के लिए.
हाँ, इस पे भी तुमने बात की थी. मैंने जैसे माइकल जैक्सन लगाता.
जी, माशाल्लाह.
Right?
Yes. So I was accused.
That's a complete mental
problem. That is also body dysmorphia.
Yeah, it is dysmorphia.
It is to think of yourself as less.
Yes.
Or not enough.
Because this actually you've been made to feel like that all throughout society.
The Gora complex.
The Gora complex.
The actually Caucasian complex.
Yeah, the Caucasian complex. हमारे पर भी जो ब्रिटिश हैं वो हैंगओवर छोड़ गए थे, तो हमारे पर सुपर कॉम्प्लेक्स यही आया हुआ.
So have you been through that, by the way?
Of course. I went through it because Pakistan is very diverse. My sister is she has blue eyes.
Yes.
And my
I
brother
know.
also had blue eyes, and they were both Gora. And then me and my brother Farzan, हम लोग डार्क थे. और तो obviously सारी attention तो उन दोनों को मिलती थी ना, सारी जिंदगी हो गई basically. वो तो
My sister same.
Yeah.
Colored eyes.
Gora.
अच्छा,
she's also
Pathan.
हाँ, वो so वो ही ना diversity है. मगर उसकी वजह से, क्योंकि जैसे आपने कहा शादी ऑनलाइन, गोरी बहू चाहिए, बच्चे ज़्यादा खूबसूरत होंगे, ये चीज़ हमारे तो खून के अंदर डाल दी है ना अब, और स्पेशली अंग्रेज़ों ने. मगर फॉर पीपल हु आर अफ्रीकन अमेरिकन, उनके लिए तो वो तो स्लेव्स थे.
भाई मैं आपको ना इट्स सो स्ट्रेंज, दुनिया भर में जो है वो ब्यूटी के कॉन्सेप्ट्स अलग हैं. देयर आर ट्राइब्स इन अफ्रीका जहाँ सबसे ज़्यादा जो काला होगा वो ज़्यादा खूबसूरत समझा जाता है. ठीक है. Yes. कोई दुनिया के कोनों में आप जाएं तो वहाँ जितना मोटा होता है वो उतना ज़्यादा खूबसूरत समझा जाता है. Which is actually not true. I'm sorry. No. Being healthy. Not about being fat or too skinny. It's like please being healthy.
Yeah.
So ये जो
let's not forget Amazonian women.
Yes.
They were big.
They were big, huge, muscular women.
Big women and muscular, tall.
Yeah. So beauty is really like what we've been taught or conditioned.
Yes. In your part of the world.
In ours.
And then what you do is you destroy the other person's confidence and dignity.
My issue comes from that, Frieha. The whole basis of my brand is that you have to be comfortable in your skin. But how do you become comfortable in your skin? You have to be healthy. Health is very important. It comes from freaking within. It's a mental state also, it's a physical state also, which is why I'm a big connoisseur. Like I said, my cousin is a Pilates instructor. I'm very heavy on exercise also. I work out 7 days a week.
Mashallah.
You know, whatever I can fit in. She does that. She's an instructor. So it's a whole lifestyle change. और जब तक आप वो नहीं करोगे, like supplementation बहुत ज़रूरी है, जो मैं सबको बोलती रहती हूँ कि आपके खाने से आपको हर चीज़ नहीं मिलेगी. So it's not just the creams, it's how you start viewing.
I just did the DNA test, by the way.
You did?
The genealogy wala.
No way! It's happening here. I had no idea.
It's happening. It's through a firm in Dubai, and they send your stuff to Switzerland, and you get the result. और मैंने इतनी चीज़ें उससे सीखी.
So what are you predominantly?
I'm now supposed to be gluten free. I also the 7th generation जो आती है. 7th generation, you know, goes back से. तो वो तो मुझे पता ही नहीं था. उस दिन आके जब बैठी हुई थी डॉक्टर, तो मुझे कहती है कि जी आप तो डायबिटीज 2 हो सकता है आपको. मैंने कहा मेरी तो फैमिली में नहीं है, मेरी माँ को नहीं है, मुझे भी नहीं है. आई डोंट इवन ईट शुगर. बट शी सेज कहीं ना कहीं आपकी फैमिली में, बिकॉज DNA टेस्ट जो है ना, इट गोज बैक 7 पुश्तें. तो वो आपकी फैमिली के अंदर अगर वही जिस तरह कैंसरस सेल्स होते हैं या जो भी होता है, अगर होता है ना प्रिडोमिनेंट, तो उसमें आपको प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है. बट परीशा माई डॉटर हैड डन इट इन कनाडा ना, तो उसकी वजह से मैंने करवाया अपना. तो मैंने जब करवाया तो मुझे काफ़ी चीज़ें सामने, लाइक binging, fat absorption ज़्यादा है, so I have to be careful. Lactose पे I'm in the middle. I'm good on certain things, but vitamin D, you know, South Asian women, we all
vitamin
have a
D, B complex.
B complex.
It's a necessary must thing.
But she gave me a very good. She said take once upon a woman is a supplement which takes care of most things for you.
Okay, awesome. I'm gonna
and
write
you
this
can
down.
have if you are over 40, then Caltrate. ले लो for sure, because
This is for
women
calcium.
bones में हमें बहुत प्रॉब्लम होती है.
Yes,
औरतों को
osteoporosis.
आफ्टर.
And वो osteoporosis के लिए दूध पीते रहते हैं और दूध से और मसले होते
दूध
हैं.
तो लैक्टोज है ना. दूध तो आपके लिए is a destroyer.
Yeah, वो
people
जो
don't realize.
Ice Age man जो डिस्कवर हुआ था, उसका जब इन्होंने सारी टेस्टिंग की तो पता चला he was lactose intolerant. So उस जमाने में वो primitive थे. So human body is not used to this animal.
पर लोगों को नहीं पता.
नहीं समझ आता.
भाई जब हम कहते हैं कि जी गंदम और ये सब तो अनाज बना था जानवरों के लिए.
Yes.
You're not supposed to eat it.
Yes.
You're supposed
gluten
to have
is not
fruit.
supposed to.
Gluten is not supposed to be. You can have gluten in other ways. रोटी मिलती है आपको, मिल जाती है बाजार में. अगर आप जाएं, जैसे आप नीकोस से होके आ रही थी.
मैं भी आई हूँ नीकोस से. Exactly. I got my coconut flour.
मेरा favorite. अच्छा, she told me that coconut is not good. Coconut
Really?
oil people are having.
Not oil. Flour. I don't have oil.
हाँ, oil वो जमता है.
जी जब वो वैसे ही जम जाता है तो आपकी बॉडी में
exactly वैसे कि नहीं, मैंने बॉडी में जाके कैसे जमता होगा.
Which is so bad for you.
हाँ, so she said the best thing obviously is olive oil, and cannoli is better than any other others. Vegetable oil लोग लेते हैं ना ज़्यादातर. So anyway, these are important facts we can
No,
share
good,
with
please.
women and talk
Write them
about
down. This is all from
health and
experience.
wellness. और आयशा उमर ने भी बड़ी बात की थी.
Or she's also,
She's amazing.
she's so regimental.
Yeah.
What I like about her is she's very
बहुत
regimental.
disciplined है.
बहुत disciplined.
I think, and also the fun fact was कि it came because of her mother's health, because her mother's health went down.
Okay.
And her brother is on to all of this. He came, he completely changed everyone's diet. But I think
Wow.
diet बहुत ज़रूरी है change.
बहुत ज़्यादा.
है ना?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
we've talked about the fairness cream. We've talked about having these insecurities, but we haven't talked about the fun stuff. Which is the Twitter, or not the Twitter so much, but the TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so can I be honest?
हाँ.
मुझसे नहीं होता ये. मैंने बड़ी कोशिश की. मैंने बड़ी कोशिश की है डायलॉग मैं भी कुछ फनी चीज़ करूँ, डायलॉग करूँ, या मैं वो डांस
So we'll make you do it.
हाँ?
Shreya, we'll make you do
Huh?
one.
Make me do it because I want to. I mean, I want to
not?
get over this, and I want to also stop thinking that I find it a little off-putting. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I'm being
Okay.
judgy now.
No, it's okay.
I'm being
I've
judgy.
been judged most of my. Oh, yeah. I've done a lot of voiceovers. I've been a
Acha.
voice. I've done it all except for Cobalt Blue Films. Let's just.
What's
can
that?
you say that? Blue Films.
Okay, of course you can say that.
Yeah, well, apart from that, I think I've done it all.
Right.
Whatever they.
No, you have to become a sex symbol still. अभी भी देखो रहता है.
Some people think I am.
I
So I'm
think you
fine
are.
with that.
Actually, मैं तुम्हें बैठ के भी पहली बार इतने एक घंटा
गौर
हो
से.
गया ना, गौर से इतनी तुम खूबसूरत हो.
Allah, Priya,
जितनी
that's
तुम
so
हो वो
sweet.
इतना तुम्हारे नजर नहीं आता.
Probably we haven't been offered anything of the sort over
Yeah,
here. So
or
that's
maybe,
that's
yeah.
a problem in this
Yeah,
country. But
yeah.
well, let's not go there also. But no, let's go there.
Why not
Let's
go
talk
there?
about it.
People judging you, people not giving you the right parts.
Well, I've actually been lucky from the way I look and how tall I am. But
You're
generally,
gorgeous.
tall women don't get acting because हमारे आदमी जो हैं वो इतने लंबे नहीं होते. दुनिया भर में है वैसे ये problem. This is not just Pakistan. Because I figured out कि 5'6" is the height for women all over the world.
और टेलीविजन पे तो वैसे नहीं पता चलता.
नहीं पता चलता because वो तो ये होता है ना.
That's right.
बट फिल्मों में भी अगर आप सॉलिटरी हैं ठीक है बट यहाँ पे हमारे यहाँ पे कुकी कटर है.
But Priyanka is tall. Deepika is very
India
tall.
is a different ball game. India is a
sorry.
completely different
अच्छा.
ball. India में तो you have all sorts of men and women and body types and skin colors and accents. पाकिस्तान में नहीं है. पाकिस्तान में सब cookie cutter है. I'm sorry if anyone feels bad about it, but it's all gold faces, gory, doe-eyed girls with straight hair.
What is the deal with
यहाँ
this
से लेके
straight
यहाँ
man?
तक पिंक कलर का ब्लश.
हाजरा के कितना खूबसूरत बाल
एंड जिसको हमेशा सीधे करवा देते हैं. हमें हाजरा जी
और एंजेलिन के भी हैं.
हाजरा के हमारी सरवत गिलानी
हाँ,
के
सरवत,
एंजेलिन
my
के
love.
चलो एंजेलिन स्टिल यू नो होल्ड्स हर हेयर बट हाजरा बेचारी के हर वक्त नूर के जो उसकी सारा खान की छोटी बहन है ब्यूटीफुल हेयर शी हैज बिकॉज वो ब्यूटी के कॉन्सेप्ट एक हैं. मतलब ब्यूटी बहुत सारी तरह की हो सकती है. आई नो
कितनी
पर मॉडलिंग में नहीं है फ्रेया.
Modeling में
आई एम वेरी हैप्पी के मॉडलिंग में नहीं है.
मॉडल्स अब जाके आई थिंक इट स्टार्टेड चेंजिंग ड्यूरिंग द एरज एरा बिकॉज मैं तुम्हें अभी
उससे पहले था?
नशमिया माय सिस्टर
हाँ.
डिड मोर कमर्शियल्स देन आई एवर डिड.
कमर्शियल्स इज अनदर डील.
नहीं वो तो
TV
पहले तो
ना.
गोरियों को इस्तेमाल करते थे
हाँ,
उस जमाने में.
हाँ.
चार्ली का परफ्यूम का एड और उसके बाद भी आई डिडंट गेट एज मच वर्क एज शी डिड. ओके
गोरी गोरी
हाँ
गोरी.
और उसको मॉडलिंग के भी जॉब्स बहुत मिलते थे उस ज़माने में ना. 80s का जो मिड 80s से अर्ली 90s तक ये चला था. उसके बाद जाके आई थिंक विद द कमिंग ऑफ इरज VB it changed. VB had the curly hair, then she had the really short hair.
Yeah.
नबीला कट है. तो उस जमाने में जाके मेरे ख्याल में अर्ली 90s में जाके मॉडल्स के लिए भी ये चीज
Which I think दुनिया में भी हो रही थी ना ये. दुनिया में भी वो सब एक it was merging
Yeah,
at
it
that
was
point.
merging.
Now it's diversified.
Yeah.
Diversified by all standards. I this girl मैं इसका नाम भूल रही हूँ. This Christian girl. She's
Trinette.
so beautiful.
Trinette.
Oof, so pretty.
Yeah. She's
And I saw her
gorgeous.
like she's also not that tall. She's
Yeah,
short, but
yeah.
she's stunning.
And she's got curly hair. फिर we have Nimra Jacobs. She was here.
Another stunner.
A week ago doing a shoot, and she's also got lovely curly hair.
Yeah.
Different looks. बड़ा माथा, like a
Different ना.
look.
मतलब क्यों नहीं हो
variety,
सकते? Different क्यों नहीं हो सकते?
Of course you want also.
Why do you want everyone to look the
Look
same?
the same. Clones.
I actually thought a couple of actresses were the same person, and I met them separately, and I was like, oh,
I do
they're
that.
not.
I tag the wrong person. I do. I go, oh, then somebody will tell me, ये तो वो नहीं है. And I go, oh.
Because they look so similar.
Oh. Yeah. Do you think it has to do with plastic surgery and
True.
Botox and
True.
the
That too.
lips? Everybody wants it. Those are real lips, right? Those are real.
Yes, really. Always.
वो सब कराते हैं जाके तुम्हारे वाले. वो एक जमाने में तो नहीं पसंद करते
मुझे
थे.
पता है, I went
बड़े
through
वाले
that.
होंठ नहीं पसंद थे वो
मैं
करते
आपको
थे
बता
लोग.
रही हूँ, I did this serial, and then the entire serial I had to underline underline.
अंडर नहीं उस पे वो फाउंडेशन लगाते होंगे
यहाँ
छोटे
पे
करने
इसको
के लिए.
छोटा करके और अंदर से पेंसिल बना के रखे, पतले करें आप अपने होंठ.
सोचो यार.
अच्छा, मुझे कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ा ना आज तक, बिकॉज मेरी फैमिली में सबके ऐसे हैं. तो आई नेवर थॉट इट वाज गुड और बैड और एनीथिंग. मतलब मुझे द बॉडी डिस्मॉर्फिया दैट आई हैड वाजंट बिकॉज ऑफ एनीवन एल्स. नो वन, आई हैव बीन ब्लेस्ड. नो वन हैज सेड एनीथिंग टू मी. इट्स जस्ट मी, माई सेल्फ. इट्स माई ओन दिमाग का फतूर. कोई मुझे गलती से बोल देता आप मोटी हो गई, उसका मैं कत्ल कर दूं.
Confident, and I think 15 साल. I mean, I think also it comes from the family, na, that gives you confidence to become who you are. And you know, I've also had Zhalay on one of my conferences for child sexual abuse. She has a daughter. What's your daughter? How old is she now?
My daughter is 14. She'll be turning 15 in November.
Wow.
She's a janu.
Yeah,
She's a
but look at you. What is she like? Is she like you?
Anaya is not at all. Achha, okay, she has the same interests.
Huh.
But both my husband and I are extremely like energetic and like all over the place people, and Anaya is like this calm.
Really?
I know what to do. Rarely ever कोई ना उसके कोई tantrums है ना कोई outbursts होते हैं. तो मैं पूछ भी रही होती हूँ, मैंने कहा ना क्या are you a psychopath ना, because you know शायद teenagers थोड़े से हो भी जाते हैं, because वो थोड़ी सी animated थी, अब नहीं है. But she's a breath of calmness and logic. She edits all my videos, by the way.
Acha.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
you're lucky.
tech savvy.
Wow, so
Takes
she's
the most amazing pictures.
really.
Yes.
And she's not like, oh, I don't want to do this.
Sometimes she does,
Because
but
usually my kids are
not
like,
that much.
I have to beg them.
Really?
Of course.
No, I
Teach
bribe
me
her.
this, teach me that. ये कैसे होता है, वो कैसे होता है, I swear.
I think they probably grow into that later
Yeah.
on. अभी तक तो she's
They
okay.
come back to you also.
हाँ.
Okay.
अभी तक तो she's fine.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Wonderful.
She's a Jaan.
Yeah.
I love
So what's
her to
next?
bits. Hopefully not any more cats, because I have 4 now.
क्या नाम है तुम्हारी बिल्लियों के?
All edible items जो मैं
Edible
कुछ
तो
भी
बोलो
नहीं खाती हूँ
ना.
मैं.
Chocolate.
Fudge,
हाँ,
biscuit,
देखा, I was
caramel,
close. I was close.
Twix, and Oreo.
Oh, nice. Okay.
They all rescues.
हाँ.
All of them.
हाँ.
So 2 of my serials are going to go on air. One another is really good. The story is about the highway में जो rape हुआ था खातून का.
Really?
उसके ऊपर based है.
उस पे तो हमने protest भी की थी.
Thank you सबने. All of us. So one is that. मेरा एक सिया series वो भी green पे चल रहा है. I'm playing a 800-year-old demoness.
Oh
in
my
it.
God! Now that, how does that?
Oh, I
यानी कि
looked
तुम
very
800
pretty
साल
in
से
it.
जिंदा और तुम एक वो कोई devil type बन के आ रही हो या चुड़ैल बन के आ रही हो.
And very interesting it was.
Really?
हाँ, क्योंकि उसमें वो
But
जो
horror is not
ज़बान.
easy to do.
It wasn't very horror. So when you see it, then you'll know
So
it's
comedy
more
horror.
more supernatural than horror. But I was
That's
very
scary.
happy to play that
Really?
character.
That's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yes.
मजा आएगा.
Same.
Yeah, so this is all happening next. Now,
This
what
is
is on that bucket? Sex symbol तो बनना है उसके अलावा.
Music.
Music, of course. We never
Yes.
talked about the singing. So was it great grandfather got a pride of performance for his singing?
Music.
Music, for his music.
Yeah.
And so it's in the family, but you've also studied this.
I have studied, yes. I have an ustad.
Ustad.
Which I'm very sorry that I haven't been very punctual or because I haven't had time. But I do my riyaz every day. I'm going to hopefully release a single which I've written and I've composed and I've done everything about it. Just have to go sing in the
But
studio.
what genre of music?
Pop fusion.
Okay.
Classical pop fusion. Very
I'm
Bollywood,
sorry.
Lollywood type.
Okay,
Easy
fun,
to listen
fun,
to.
Fun, fun.
That's been my
But
genre.
if I had to summarize this interview, we've talked about serious things.
Yeah.
I would say it was fun.
It was, yes,
है ना?
Frieha.
है ना?
It was
You
very
guys agree?
comfortable.
This was very fun. We really had fun. It is comfortable. I enjoyed your honesty and your It's not even, honestly, it just flows through you. It's not, you're just very natural.
There's nothing to hide also, na
Yeah,
Frieha?
it's very
Why would you do
natural.
anything which you want to hide? If I want to hide it, then there's something wrong with me because then I'm not
Right.
comfortable with what
Yeah.
I'm doing. I'm totally at peace.
And I think that's what my takeaway is, that you're fun, you've had your share of trauma and tragedies, but you've also, you've just been strong, and you've been strong for mashallah quite.
Well,
and
I
you've
had
been-
great role models,
No,
Frieha.
you've been
I really did.
But you've been strong, and everyone has ups and
Yeah,
downs. It's
true
all
that.
about bouncing back and knowing,
Yeah.
and saying, "Ki, yes, I am also vulnerable, but yet I can come back, and
Well,
and do-
vulnerability can be a strength,
It
which
is,
we
yeah,
forget.
exactly.
Which we forget. Our vulnerability we try to hide, especially men. It's not, it's a strength. Because the more you're at par and close to yourself and have a conversation with yourself, that's when you're vulnerable. That is when you are the most confident also.
Yeah. And I would like to thank Zhalay for being here and giving us her precious time. And she was so punctual, and I just want her to just keep having the best. And here we've got a small gift for you. And this is also from a makeup brand. But
No
it's not
way!
skincare, it's makeup. So it's a little
Awesome.
different.
I love it.
It's Lurella. And
Okay.
my daughter-in-law is running this. Another fantastic
Who
girl.
is gorgeous, by the way.
Oh, thank
She's
you.
stunning.
Yeah, she is.
Mashallah,
Yeah,
mashallah.
and fit. And
They're such a beautiful couple.
And the best thing is that she's a career woman. I love
Yes.
that about her. Yeah.
One has to.
Yeah.
One has to.
Okay, so
Thank
enjoy
you.
the brands. And I'm going to look forward to
Oh,
my
please,
gifts,
wait.
which are upstairs,
Let
huh?
me also do this now, na?
इधर ही है?
हाँ,
अच्छा,
my
चलो, चलो,
Mavish
चलो,
is
ले
also
आओ जी.
your Mavish and my Mavish. They're two
अच्छा.
Mavishes. You like it,
Of
Frieha.
course I like it. I really need it, by the way. मुझे अभी चाहिए भी था.
Hi, this is Zhalay Sarhadi, and I was here at the FWhy podcast, and you guys have to also join in. So you have to like, subscribe, comment, and hit the bell icon so you get the notifications. So see you all here.